Joining me is former LSU running back and NFL running back Jacob Hester down here in the locker room. LSU with a big victory, and they did it the way I'm sure you would like, Jacob, running the football.
Absolutely. I think this was their game plan coming in. This matchup the last couple of years is about who's outrushed the other team. Last year, Arkansas ran for 299, and this year it was LSU's turn, and they ran the score up and they ran the ball when they wanted to with the wheel.
Two Tigers over 100 yards. Darius Geis went over 250, which is the second most in a single game in LSU history. That record with Charles Alexander has been broken twice in the last 3 weeks. What about Geis tonight?
He's a special back. He's a top 5 back in the country. We've talked about it in the past couple of weeks. He just happens to be behind probably the best running back in college football. So he's a special talent. He's a guy who, for that size, shouldn't be that fast. I mean, he has breakaway home run speed. He showed it tonight. 96-yard touchdown run. That is something special against the defense, who held Florida to 12 rushing yards last time out. And so a special effort by not only LSU's running backs, but their offensive line, their tight ends, to come back after last week.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, last week, completely shut down, 0 points. That offensive line was looked like they were playing on skates for most of the night. Tonight, a much better performance. Overall, this was a different feel. I mean, Arkansas has given LSU fits over the years, but this was total domination.
It's a great job by this coaching staff of getting these guys ready to play. Even way back when I was in school, we struggled with Arkansas no matter how good we were, how bad they were, or vice versa. It was always a tough game. This coaching staff had these guys ready to play offense, defense, special teams. So you got to give the coaches all credit for after last week. It's so tough to come back and do what they did.
Danny Etling, his talk about his play tonight. Danny didn't tear it up on the stat sheet, but threw more than 50% and managed well. I mean, I guess that's how he's got to play, right?
Yeah, I thought he was extremely composed. I thought he was great in the pocket. The first 3 games, that's what Danny Etling was so good at, was being good in the pocket, stepping up. Last week he got away from that. He was a little shaky in the pocket. This week back to who he was the first 3 games, and I thought he had a great game. Like you said, he didn't tear the stat sheet up, but he made the plays when he had to make them, and he didn't make a mistake.
Most people around the country expect that if LSU goes 6-1 down the stretch, that Coach Ed Orgeron's probably going to end up getting this job. 1 down after post-Alabama, 2 to go against 2 backup quarterbacks. You're going to face a backup quarterback in Florida and a backup quarterback at Texas A&M. So LSU got a chance here to run the table.
This was the game that you looked at as maybe trouble because of the matchup, because of the last couple of years and how Arkansas plays football. So what a great job getting this one done. Now you got, like you said, 2 backup quarterbacks, but those are winnable games. You match up better with those 2 teams than you did with Arkansas. And give Coach Orgeron credit. I mean, he is coaching his butt off along with his assistants, and it's a fun time to watch LSU football right now.
One last thing, thoughts on the boot? It was there when you played. The thing's 175 pounds. LSU was excited to get it. They hadn't really been as excited in the past. They were excited to get it back today.
Yeah, it meant something today. After the way Arkansas went and got it the last 2 years, LSU wanted to make sure they made a statement when they went and got the boot. And this rivalry's kind of making a comeback after Arkansas has had success. There for a while it got into a lull, but now you see this means much to LSU as it does to Arkansas. It used to not be that way. This was Arkansas's game every year. Now LSU's paying attention to this game, and they deserve the boot tonight.
It'll be a good week for you. A lot of Arkansas fans up in Shreveport say now you can talk a little trash.
Oh, all week long I'll be all over it.
All right, Jacob Hester here in the locker room. Let's go back to the Louisiana Cat Studios.